Nsppd. I'm among the people who usually say, they shout. I beg, I know if it's waiting the inside. But in that 2021, I woke up one day and I decided I want to move to the UK. My dear, have you seen anybody moving to the UK with 200,000 naira in their account? I didn't have money, but I had faith in God because I was already on the altar. And you know, when Papa is always praying, the way he prays, he makes you believe that, nothing is unachievable. You now be asking yourself, if the person leading this prayer is praying and very hard, who are you that is on the altar that you cannot believe? So what did I do? I borrowed Papa's faith and I began to hope in God. I applied for his school. I got admission, and to the glory of God, God raised people that I have not met before. Some of them in the UK, some of them in the US. See, let me tell you the truth. This is not about leveraging on your connection. This is about God sending people. They paid my school fees. I landed in the UK. When people tell you, the first year you will struggle, I did not struggle. I paid my fees within 6 months. Before I traveled, my other brother didn't really want to be a part of me traveling. He said, if you travel abroad, you will not get married. Women struggle abroad. Well, me, I went abroad. I said, if I don't find a husband, at least let me be financially stable. I moved abroad. 1 year in, I met my husband. The first day we met, he said, I'm going to marry you. I said, see this one. And I mean, Oyibo person want to take wine my head, Niger girl. But I was also on the altar. And to be honest, in all of the prayers, my biggest prayer is a prayer of mercy. Anytime Papa is on the altar and say, women in their 30s.
Women in their 30s. Hey. Women in their 40s. Hey. Women in their 50s. Women in their 60s. Hey. That desire their own spouse. So if your amen will turn down loud now, thank you, Lord.
Me, I will receive because I don't know how it will happen, but it will happen, Sha. 5 months in, my husband proposed. I said, okay, let's be looking at this thing. And to the glory of God, exactly 1 year we met, we got married. The blessing for me is, because I came from a family that struggled. Like we used to eat, Hausa people would say is dankali de yaji. That's potato and pepper. We used to have it as breakfast, lunch and dinner. So I really came from a house that struggled. And to the glory of God, my mom came. She was so happy. She would whisper to me, do you get, marriage passed. I was a support worker when I met my husband because it's not to come and do masters. Sometimes you do masters, but you do small jobs to survive. And I started telling God, I cannot do masters and come and stay on this job. You need to move me to the next level. I started, my friend got a job, called me and said, babe, see, waiting there happen. See, project planning, you need to get in. I came back to the altar and I was telling God, I'm not sure I too no book like that to go and face Oyibo people and their interview, especially in, I'm joining corporate. So I don't know the right word to say, but I always go back to the altar and I always pray prayer for mercy. And I tell God, you will give me the right word to say when I get there. And Papa will always declare, they will say yes to you. Protocols will change for you. Me, I went for my interview. And the software they use, it's not like I really know it though, but I went there with faith. So before my interview, my father-in-law took me. I turned on prayer for mercy and he asked me, Joan, what are you doing? I said, I'm praying. He said, no, girl, if you're not sure of what you will say there, prayer won't save you. I just told him, Dad, don't worry. I need this prayer. I said that prayer. I entered for my interview. My interview went from interview to a chat. Who I am as a person. How do I fit into a team? How do you handle difficult clients? And me, worked in mental health. I know handling difficult people is day-to-day activity. So it was a smooth sail. I landed that job. So I went from being a support worker to getting a job that had a 50,000 pounds markup. Yes. Now, while on that job, I was not telling myself, 8 months in, I said, this construction don't tire me. It's time for me to move to energy. And I was telling God, it's not like I'm being greedy, but I think I want a remote job. I want more benefits. Yeah, I was becoming small greedy. When you have God, you can ask for anything, yeah? So I did the interview. 2 weeks in, I didn't hear anything from them. So when we started the October fasting and prayer, Papa declared, I think it was on a Friday, Papa declared, they will call you before 12 p.m. Nigerian time. I say, 2 weeks, they never call me. Now they go call me 12 p.m. Nigerian time. I said, well, Papa has declared, who are you to say no? I started praying. 11:34, I checked my phone, I saw a missed call. I called the number back. And these same people has called me to say, oh, well, apologies for not reaching out to you. We're calling to see if you are still interested in the job. I said, yes, I'm still interested. Now, it's not just the money that came with the job for me. I get a car, I'm working remotely more, I get a share in the company. Brethren, sometimes I look at myself and I say, do I even deserve?
Thank you so much for listening to the end. Please like this video, share it with someone, and kindly subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for your support. God bless you.